How are you today? Very good! Before you take your seat, please sit properly and listen attentively. Class, last meeting we talked about the nature and process of communication, right? Okay, so can anyone define what communication is? Yes? Excellent! Can someone give a simple example of communication? Okay, yes? Amazing! Today, you are going to watch a short video. Are you excited? So, I will present a short video clip scenario. All you have to do is identify the people and the message being conveyed in that situation. Are you ready? Great! Our lesson for today is all about the elements of communication. Based on my observation of your answers earlier, I think you will all keep with our discussion. Are you ready? There are 9 elements of communication. So, the first element of communication is the speaker. Speaker refers to the person who is conveying the message or information in a conversation or text. For example, a teacher presenting a lesson to students in a classroom. In this sentence, can someone identify who is the speaker is? Fantastic! The second element is message. The information, ideas, or thoughts conveyed by the speaker in words or actions. For example, please submit your assignment by Friday. This spoken message conveys an instruction to the student about the assignment or deadline. So, from the given example, can someone identify the message in the sentence? Wonderful! You are really listening to our topic. The third element of communication is encoding. It is the process of translating the idea in a language that can be understood. This can be through writing, speaking, or gestures. For example, a teacher explains a lesson to students using words. In the example, the sender encodes the message in a way that the receiver can understand. What did the teacher do to encode the message to his or her students? Yes, you've got it right. The fourth element of communication is the channel. The channel is the medium or the means such as personal or non-personal, verbal or non-verbal, in which the encoded message is being conveyed. For example, having a conversation in person. The channel is direct verbal and non-verbal interaction. In the given example, what do you think is the channel? Impressive! The fifth element of communication is decoding. It is the process of interpreting the message. This is the part where the receiver tries to make meaning out of what was said. Example, a student listens to a teacher explaining a concept. The student decodes the spoken words to understand the lesson. Okay, so can someone identify what the student did to decode the message in the given example? Brilliant answer! You are really into our discussion. The sixth element of communication is the receiver. It is the person who receives the message. Example, a student listening to a teacher's lecture. In this sentence, can someone identify who the receiver is? Awesome! The seventh element of communication is feedback, the reaction, response, or reply of the receiver to the speaker. Example, a student raises their hand to ask questions after a teacher explains a concept. This shows the student is engaged and needs further clarification. Can someone identify what is the feedback in the given statement? Fabulous answer! The eighth element of communication is context. It refers to the situation or the environment of this speech event. For example, Parents talk to their children about their day at school, share stories and experiences at home. Can someone identify the context? Very good! The ninth element of communication is the barrier. Barriers in communication are obstacles that can hinder the effective exchange of information. Example: a loud construction site next to a classroom can make it hard to students to hear what the teacher said. So, this is the last element of communication. Who wants to identify the barrier in this example? Very well said! That is the end of our discussion for today. I hope that you gained something new from our lesson. To generalize, the elements of communication involve several key components. The sender is responsible for encoding the message, which involves transforming information or ideas into a form that can be transmitted through a channel, such as spoken words, written text, or visual aids. The receiver is tasked with decoding the message, which means interpreting and understanding the information that was conveyed. Feedback is the response from the receiver, indicating whether the message was understood correctly. The context refers to the environment or circumstances in which communication takes place, such as classroom, a meeting, or a social gathering. Barriers are obstacles that can hinder effective communication, such as noise, distractions, or misunderstandings. Understanding these elements helps ensure clear and effective communication by addressing potential obstacles and ensuring the accurate conveyance and interpretation of the message. Very good, everyone! I think you are now ready for an activity. Now, I know that you are prepared with the necessary skill to move forward for the evaluation of your learning from lesson for today. So let's move on. I have here 3 questions for you to answer. Number 1. Who is responsible for encoding the message in a communication process? A. Receiver, B. Sender, C. Channel, and D. Context. Very good! Number 2. Which of the following is an example of a communication channel? A. Noise, B. Message, C. Face-to-face conversation, D. Feedback. Fabulous! Number 3. Decoding and communication refers to A. Sending the message, B. Interpreting the message, C. Providing feedback, and D. Choosing the channel. That was nice! Excellent! If you got it all perfectly, that was a job well done. You were able to recognize and apply the tips on how to communicate effectively, demonstrating your ability to encode and decode messages accurately. You are a great learner. It's fantastic that you are open to new learning experiences today. I hope you learned a lot about the elements of communication, including the roles of sender, message, channel, receiver, feedback, context, encoding, and decoding, and the potential barriers also. By understanding these elements, you can become a more effective English language communicator. Congratulations on your achievement! For your assignment, answer this question in 3 to 5 sentences and write it in your notebook. What is the role of the receiver in the communication process? Provide an example. It was indeed another fruitful day with you. Looking forward to another fruitful episode in our oral communication class. Have a great day and see you next time. Once again, this is Ma'am Janice wishing you a wonderful day ahead. Happy learning!